The video that is playing in the corner of my video is Queso. You can follow him on these different places. Hey guys, so it is currently 22:21 p.m. and for those of you who don't know what that means it is 10:21 p.m. And my video is going to be a lot different than my other videos, like a lot different, because this is my first My Little Pony redesign video. I took a random My Little Pony generator and generated a random character from the show for me to redesign. And I kept relatively everything the same. I just felt like there could be, like, since and how they're an earth pony, they would have, like, spots or whatever. Because I've seen, like, most people make earth ponies with more color variety and more, like, earthy tones and stuff. And with their name being Peachy Pie, you know, I was assuming that they were related to Pinkie Pie or something, and I just decided to go with the whole, oh, they're chunky aspect. So that's what I did, and I went for the adult version because I am not good at drawing children. So you guys are getting the adult version, and I also want to clarify that I have no opinion on this character at all, because I only watched, like, My Little Pony 2 or 3 times on separate occasions in my childhood, but I, like, remember every detail of it for some reason. But I've never seen this pony in my life. And so I just want everybody to know that this is gonna be very awkward. But as you can see, I'm starting out with a sketch layer of how I want my pony to look, what their pose is, and I was shaping out what I wanted for their hair, and you can also see me picking out the color palette. Now for their cutie mark, I make her space buns into actual peaches later on, because I was not happy with the original space bun design I was going to go for. Here I am just giving it a different tone so it is more appealing to the eye. And I'll put the color palette on a separate layer for better management of coloring this character. I more than likely will not make a full series of this just because of my lack of motivation, but I really hope that I can do the whole thing. So this is like one of my first ever, like, proper-ish speed paints. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I wanted to keep the My Little Pony style, but also have my more cartoony style, so I've used the two. I really like how this turned out. My 3-year-old iPad was having a storage battle with me the entire time filming this video, by the way, so I apologize if a lot of it looks cut. For Peachy Pie's design, I decided to make her into a specific breed of horse called a Clydesdale. They're known for being very strong and really fluffy. I also gave her a more peach-looking pattern. I was going for the inside of a peach mostly, since the only reference of a peach I had was Peachy Pie's cutie mark and the image in my head. I was too lazy to find a reference on Google. At the end of this clip, you can see that half of my progress disappeared because of the storage issue, but I eventually fixed that, and yes, drawing texture takes a lot of time and it is tedious. I actually had a really fun time doing her coat design. I'm really proud of it. I think it actually looks like she was meant to be a peach-themed pony, in my opinion. Okay, so it is 5:47 in the morning now. But I was struggling so much with the hair, but I didn't like her original hair design. It was too flat in my opinion for someone like her. I decided to plump up the look so they look like peaches, and have her hair a little, have the peach thing into her hair a little bit, that is why she has half of an afro. I don't like what I did with her right hoof. I was trying to make it look realistic, but then I realized that this is a cartoon. Cartoons don't have any realism when it comes to anatomy. Right around this point, I start to bring the chubby look with the design by giving her a double chin. She's so cute. Oh my god. I mainly used the paint bucket tool and special tool for coloring her in, but we'll occasionally go in with the digital brush and fix any gaps to avoid the background blending in with the pony. So, as you're noticing right now, Peachy Pie looks very orange. That is because of the pink tint I put over her original color palette. With filling in the gaps, when I'm paint bucketing this character, I don't outline the inside with color. I just find where the gap is and draw a line of color to fix it because I'm lazy. With her fur pattern, I made it look very vitiligo-y because I'm absolutely obsessed with individuals who have this condition right now. So I'm putting it in literally anything I can get my grubby little artist hands on. Vitiligo isn't really in a specific spot or even look specific. It's just there, and you have to live with it. Vitiligo can also, in humans, affect any race, but it is more common in black people. I made Peachy Pie black coated because of the pie part reminded me of Pinkie Pie and how she is seen as black coated by the My Little Pony fandom. I also wanted to make her hair look dirty and unkempt because she looks like she'd be helping Applejack out on the farm collecting apples and peaches, and I assume Applejack's hair gets dirty a lot since the original design for Peachy Pie canonically is a child. I assume that Peachy Pie would see Applejack as some sort of role model and try to help out as much as possible. For the texture of her dreads, I wanted them to have a compact feeling rather than them being loose. I thought that since she's going to be getting her hooves dirty anyway, she can at least have hair that not a lot of dirt gets into. I added a little swirls in Peachy Pie's hair for her design and texture reasons. I fit them where I could, and it turned out pretty great. So coming up at this point, the canvas does flip upside down, but I eventually fixed that going back into the layers and just flipping it in general. So just to clarify, I fixed that. That's all that happened. So the line work for her dreads, I was starting to get really frustrated and lazy with it, but I pulled through and I successfully textured her hair. But yeah, it's a very tiring process, because I had to do all of that all over again. And yes, I am aware I need to get a new iPad, so yeah. Here I am filling in her eyebrows with the darker color of her hair, and my sword just goes out again. So what happened to my drawing is once I changed the line art color, it said no storage again, and so I had to go and fix that and continue working on this pony here. And I decided to make a little box for her color palette, and I decided to make, I decided to make a transparent, bigger image of her on the left side, because I saw some other people do that with their drawings of pony redesigns. I do put where the character is from, and at the end I put my signature. So I hope that this actually turns out really well, because I am not going through this whole storage thing again. I'm not doing it. So here is the finished piece. I hope you guys really like this design as much as I do, because I'm starting to like really like her fur pattern, her hair, and the peaches on top of her head. So yeah, I hope you liked my first ever MLP redesign video.